What's going on there, YouTube, and welcome back to another comic book video. This is the channel where we sit down and cover different comic book stories from different comic book companies. Today, we're going to jump back over to Marvel Comics and continue our coverage over the Ultimate Marvel Universe. Now, we're going to begin covering Divided We Fall, United We Stand. This was a huge Ultimate Marvel event that took place in all three main titles, Ultimate Comics X-Men, Ultimates, and Spider-Man. Now, in this video, we're going to cover the first two chapters of Ultimate X-Men tie-in to this crossover event. So, if you do like today's comic book video, please hit that like button down below and also subscribe to the channel for more content to come in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But I do hope you enjoy today's video. So the opening of this book is more of a review on what happened in our last video. As we saw different videos, different parts of the country are becoming their own nation. Some being forced, like the southwestern states in America. They are being overrun by the Nimrod Sentinels. The president just announced that those states are now enemy territory, meaning that mutants and humans are on their own when it comes to those states. Now for Kitty Pryde, this is her story. In the beginning of this run, she stated that we were going to see her become the most feared and hated terrorist in the country. After hearing the news, she needed some air. She is stopped by another mutant named Nami, and I know I just butchered that name. But this part right here is to show their bond between the two of them. This is the moment you have Kitty Pryde decide that it is time for her and the mutants that are with her to make a difference in the world. She is tired of hiding and watching the mutant race be killed off left and right. So we jump over to a protest that is happening in the middle of New York City, where you have some humans trying to stand up for the mutant race, showing there are some people out there who care. But of course, on the police side, they look at these humans as scum now, because these humans have joined the side of the mutants. When the police try to shoot these mutants down, you have Kitty Pryde appear, and she saves the day, where she takes down these police officers, and she is making a statement that there could be some mutants out there who will actually fight back, and they can actually kill off these regular humans. And so after she had taken those cops down, we see her go back to the Murloc tunnels and tell her friends, which are Rogue, Johnny Storm, Bobby Drake, and Jimmy, the son of Wolverine. She tells them that she is going to leave New York and go to the southwestern states to fight against the Nimrods to save the mutants out there who are dying. Also, this is her stating that it is time for the mutant race to make a stand. Now, Rogue, Bobby Drake, and Jimmy are down to go with her. Also, we are establishing that Jimmy, the son of Wolverine, may have a crush on Kitty. Johnny Storm, the Human Torch of the Fantastic Four, decides to stay back. The reason why is because someone has to watch over the children they had saved in our first Ultimate Comic X-Men video. So this is where the new X-Men say goodbye to Johnny Storm. So we see them begin their route of leaving New York and heading to the southwestern states. Also seeing Jimmy make small moves on Kitty Pryde. But this is the beginning of Kitty Pryde becoming a powerful force in the country. The question is, what are we going to see her do that will make her become that powerful force? Again, it's just her trying to save the mutant race. But out of nowhere, we do get a few pages of us seeing some police officers going down into the Murloc tunnels after Kitty, Bobby, Rogue, and Jimmy had left for the Southwest, where of course they are there to capture the mutants, because being a mutant is still illegal. where you have these police officers find Johnny and the children and just let out a ton of bullets, making it seem like they had just killed off a bunch of kids and Johnny in the process. Only to see that Kitty Pryde was having a bad dream, but also the fact that she has not been able to get in contact with Johnny ever since they left. Also, they are traveling by car now. But this is showing that with them going on this trip is going to change them as characters because they are going through a tough process. With them going into Nimrod territory, they could see a lot of different things. Now we have to remember that the Nimrods have been taken over by the mind of William Stryker Jr. when he died back in our first Ultimate Comic X-Men video. Remember that William Stryker Jr. was a mutant. He didn't know he was, but he was one. Also, he hated mutants. Now his ability was be able to control technology. So when he died, his conscience went into the Nimrod system. And with the fact that he hated mutants so much, the Nimrods are now going across the country killing mutants left and right because William Stryker Jr. has taken over the system with his mind, with his conscience. He hated mutants so much. But with them taking over the Nimrod system and them taking over the Southwest states, you have groups of people joining their sides because there were humans who hated mutants and now they are helping out with killing them off, pointing out that people true colors are showing now because they have an army of robots to back up their choices. Now, while they were traveling, of course, they hit a checkpoint. This checkpoint is, of course, to make sure that they are not mutants. Humans who are trying to see if they are able to capture someone who is trying to pretend to be a mutant, where they make Kitty Pryde get out of the car and the rest stay in the car. Now, Kitty Pryde has to pretend that she is not a mutant because they can't be causing a scene just yet until they have made it to their destination. So right now, she has to pretend that she is a regular human being, even letting this man talk down on the mutant race and judge her up and down. It is a real tough situation for her, but also the fact that she was able to convince them that she is just a human being. Now, the section we are going to close on is when they arrive at a diner and you have Kitty Pryde go to a payphone to try to call Johnny Storm. Now, this is interesting because even in 2011, payphones were hardly around anymore. But when she tries to call Johnny Storm, who is still back at the Murloc tunnels, that is when the group from earlier who ran that checkpoint earlier actually followed Kitty Pryde group all the way to the diner they had stopped at. So while she is on the phone, on the inside, the checkpoint group begin to interrogate Jimmy and the others. At the same time, when gunshots go off in the diner, that is when Nami tells Kitty that the children are safe, but there was a raid and Johnny Storm was taken. Now the question is, by who? And this is where we are going to end today's video. So please hit that like button down below and also subscribe to the channel for more content to come in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read, please let me know in the comments below because you never know. Your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But this is where we are going to end today's video. So see y'all next time. Later.